Blub blub. Hello, everybody. I am Kraken Latte, and this is
Canary.
this is Canary. Hello, welcome back to our Kraken and Canary podcast series. We had a juicy topic last time, which we won't talk about this time because it was technically spoilers. So,
Yes.
no spoilers in this episode. Last episode was absolute spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go watch it if you don't mind possible spoilers, because we went over the 10.0 leak. It's a leak, so it might not even happen, but please go watch it because we talk about...
It's fun.
Yes, please do, because we talk about something about classic and retail in that one that we're going to talk about now in this podcast. So,
Yes.
I have this titled A One-Way Crossover with Classic and Retail. So what we're going to do here, when we're not nerding out about leaks and things, is this podcast series is roughly about opinions, ideas. It's not a guide. We're going to be talking, just kind of freeform talking about stuff we're excited about, stuff we want to see changed, things
Absolutely.
things we could think would be cool. I mean, just spitball in here as I literally spit on myself.
You guys get to hang out with us as we chat to each other.
Pretty much. We're chatting to them too. They're a part of Oz. Shh, God, don't let her say that to you. All right. So I have my points here, and just like in the last episode, we're going to go through points that we have and discuss. So, what am I talking about with the one-way crossover of classic and retail? So, to preface this, in case you don't play WoW much, World of Warcraft has classic versions, which means they have two classic versions actually right now. Classic, which is like the vanilla base, non-expansion World of Warcraft. And they also have classic Burning Crusade, which is just Burning Crusade. And then they have what we've kind of dubbed retail, which is everything all the way up to Shadowlands. That's the main line of World of Warcraft that keeps being added on to. Now, currently, all three of those are being treated as separate games. One subscription covers all three of them, so, that's not a problem there. But if you play Classic, either of the two Classics, it's a completely separate game. It's like starting over. And I don't know about you, but that's where the rub comes for me, is starting over.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, no.
And the separation is necessary. I get it, but I think there might be a little bit we can change here that might feel nice. So let's go through these points here. I have being able to earn achievements, mounts, transmog, and titles no longer available currently in retail, but are available in the classic WoW that can be shared with your retail account. So that means let's see, what's something that would be no longer available? That Naru title, or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Exactly. Or the Black Karaji mount, if you took part in that the second time.
Yeah, because you could do that, but now if you went and did that and you were one of the first servers that got it, it doesn't matter. It's only available in retail.
It's only
in classic.
Yes, it does not affect your retail account. You don't have access
to it. And, what was it? There were some reps that are gone too, like the PvP reps that are no longer available. And wasn't there the Hydraxian Waterlords?
That's still around.
At one point.
That's still around.
Is it?
Yeah. That's still around. But you get my point. There's transmog and things. Recipes for professions that have been taken out over the years from Classic. No, I'm not just talking about Classic, or Classic Burning Crusade. I'm talking about all the Classics, because they're going to keep going. We're going to have Classic Wrath and Classic BFA eventually. That's something to think about. But, just things have been taken out over the years, and I don't want to start over. So...
The people who, like you, like me, who did not play during that time are punished for not being old enough
Exactly.
for not having the funding to have a decent computer. Because I got the game back in vanilla, but I didn't have a computer that could run it, so I took the game back.
Yep.
And I couldn't pick it back up until just before Wrath, when I could finally afford a decent computer.
Exactly.
So I'm punished because I couldn't afford it.
Yep. And this ties into that FOMO sort of marketing, which is fear of missing out. I hate it too. I don't like it. A prime example. Imagine Classic Legion. Okay, this has been a hot button topic for a while. They recently brought back the Mage Tower for time walking in retail. However, the super awesome artifact skins that you got from the original Mage Tower in Legion are not available. You cannot get them again, period. They did not bring that back with time walking. Now, if they had time walking, if they had a Classic Legion at some point, and you were able to go get those skins, unless you just stay in Classic Legion, it wouldn't frickin' matter on your retail account because you still don't have them. To me, that feels trash.
That effort means nothing.
Yeah. Like, now, if you only want to play Classic, then it's really no big deal. But for those of us who really love to play retail, to play the main line and want to play the new stuff and want to collect all the stuff, that feels pretty shitty, you know? Honestly.
It really does.
So, but at the same time, on the flip side of that, I understand why there's a separation. And so I have thoughts on how to, deal with that. That's why I have a one-way crossover. So stuff we go earn in Classic, we can not graduate, but it'll graft it into our retail account. Like if I go earn a mount that you can no longer get, like those old beginners, the low-level riding mounts, like the white horse that you can't get anymore, and stuff like that were changed and taken out and stuff like that. If I went and got that, it would appear in my inventory or my whatever list, my appearances for mounts, on my retail account because I earned it in Classic. However, it's one way. Stuff I do in retail is not going to go to Classic. And
yeah, because that wouldn't be fair.
That wouldn't be fair. It would ruin Classic, and I completely agree with that.
Yes, 100%.
Yep. So, and there's also how do you know if a person got it in Classic or if they got it in the original vanilla back when it was in the day for clout? There's an easy way around that. To preserve the original achievements, the new stuff that you get from Classic and was grafted into retail, they're listed in your achievements and such as obtained in the Classic versions, in addition to the date that already show in the game. Tells you when you got it. That's an easy fix. So you can't be like, I got it in vanilla because I'm an old player, and they link the Black Karaji mount, but it says Classic.
Classic.
And it has the date on it. Well, you're a freaking liar, so...
Liar!
Exactly.
Blasphemer!
Yep, exactly. It would be one way. Retail stuff will not ever, not in the slightest, affect Classic. And so...
Yeah, I would approve of that. And I am one of those people who does not get the prestige. It just... I just don't get it.
I don't either, honestly.
Everyone that is great, but
yeah,
I don't care that you were there in 2005. I don't. Yeah. Good for you.
Same.
I had a shit computer, or I was 10.
Yep, exactly.
Like, really, you're gonna get all up in arms because I was 10 years old and didn't have nice things like that?
Exactly. Like, it's just kind of that bullying aspect, or trying to be proud over something. Like, I could tout all day long over you. I have all 36 Legion Mage Tower skins. All 36 of them, okay? I worked my ass off for them. And I could lord that over people if I wanted to. But I take the opposite. I'm sad when people can't go get those because they're no longer in game. I don't want to be the only one with them. I want others to have them. I don't care if it makes me not unique. I'm still unique in my own eyes. You know?
Yeah, you're still unique no matter what because you did them when you did them. You don't need to brag about it.
Exactly. Or even another one would be like the Argent tournament. That's like the difference between doing it when it was in Wrath and doing it now. You can still, to my knowledge, get all the same stuff you could now as you could in Wrath. Give or take maybe a couple things.
Yeah.
So what? So what if you did it when it was current? I go back and do things when they're not current all the time, even if I was there when it was current.
And being that person who did the Argent tournament back then on a separate account, don't get me started. We'll touch on that here in a minute.
We'll get there.
I don't care.
Yep.
Like, I am perfectly happy to go and do it again on this new account, and I'm not going to lord that over someone.
No.
I don't think it's necessary.
No,
and
it's
if
not.
you feel that it is necessary, honestly, I have some private words for you that I will not share here.
Well, it's an unnecessary behavior to me because everyone talks about community this, community that. They want everyone to be a stronger, better community. Well, that's literally the opposite of the FOMO behavior. A fear of missing out, because that gives people the bragging rights. And I do not care about bragging rights because that lets people lord over other people unnecessarily.
Yeah, I agree. I do not like anything that contributes to that. You know, we have so much bullying in the game right now as is.
Yeah.
I don't think it is necessary to make it possible for more.
No. And this lets people build a stronger in-game community because players like myself who did do it when it's current, I could easily make guides telling you how to do, you know, of course I'd have to revamp them because of the new Mage Tower, but if the skins were still part of the Mage Tower, they came back, I would absolutely make guides on all 36 specs on how I did them, how to do them, you know, stuff like that. I'd even do them again just to show you, which I'm going to at some point because I want the new stuff. But you get my point. So, you know, that's letting people bring experience instead of taking away and leaving bragging rights. Does that make sense?
I don't think anything from the game should take away. It should only add to experience.
Exactly. And so, you know, that gives players a chance. In, you know, kind of wrapping it up with that, this gives players a chance, if we were to do this crossover, experience and a chance to earn classic stuff while still feeling like they're not starting over and they're not missing out. Like, I hate that feeling. If I had to start over, I actually might stop playing. I'm not actually joking.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason I'm not interested in classic, is because it's like starting over. And I know I hear that. You got something to say over there, Canary?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever you say, don't start over.
Yeah, don't start over. You want to elaborate a little bit?
So I am one of those horrible parents. So I am 14 years older than my little brothers. And for the longest time, you know, they were 6-7 years old. I didn't want them playing without someone being able to keep an eye on them. Their mother was very concerned about them playing without someone keeping an eye on them because the internet's a scary place and they're little kids. So what do? We let them play on my account.
Yep.
Gave them their own separate account within my BattleNet and let them play. So that never stopped. And now with them older, we now have this issue where I've got, 10 plus years of work into this account. They have 6 plus years work into this account. So who leaves the account?
Yep.
It's not fair. But legally, according to Blizzard's terms, we need to separate. So how do we do it?
Exactly.
Well, I am a bigger person that makes herself suffer horribly. So I bought a new account. Gave up all my Argent tournaments. Gave up my Tyrael's charger. My little Deathwing. My little Cindy. The Frosty Whelpling. All of it is gone.
Yep. I know. Every time you get on your account and complain about you can't mog, I'm just like, my soul cries for you.
I know. No mog. Oh my God.
No mog.
Thankfully, because the account was originally in my name, I was able to transfer my characters over. So I have, my Stood and Fire achievements that I got, back in 2009. So I still have a lot.
Yeah.
But dear God, people don't start over.
Yeah, no, definitely don't.
It's painful. So when Classic came out, and I was there when Classic came out, so I tried it.
Yep.
Starting
same.
over, not a thing I like to do.
No. Oh gosh.
I did it because I'm the bigger person for my family, whatever. I hated Classic, not because it was difficult. I liked the difficulty. I liked because I always play hunters. And I really like the fact that my hunter was, back in Classic. I had a quiver again. I had to keep track of my arrows again. I thought that was like the greatest thing. We had our key pack.
Yep.
That was awesome. I liked that I could use my bow, and then I had my sword, and I could use range or the melee, or melee, whatever you call it.
That little offhand slot.
Yeah, it was great. I love that about Classic. I cannot start over. Going in and knowing that I had nothing in a game that was so familiar to me. I think it wouldn't be so bad if it was a very different game, but it's not. It's World of Warcraft.
Exactly. It's something you've already done. You've already experienced it. It's something you're literally doing it over. And for people that want the nostalgia, that's still there. And that's the best part. That's why I'm suggesting a one-way, because obviously I do not want retail stuff in Classic.
Yeah, I think anything you earn in Classic should count towards your retail account.
Exactly.
Since it's very clear that it seems that because of the way the Cataclysm was coded, the way it was handled, they can't reverse that time.
Yep.
So while they gave us time walking, or not time walking, but Chromie time, which is amazing, they can't take us back any further.
No.
Which sucks for some of us who really wants to go and, have a character go through the whole journey from an RP standpoint. They can't do it.
Exactly.
I want to go and experience, Ashenvale before all the fire.
Yeah.
And I can't do it.
That would be amazing.
Still really weird for me that it's, covered in fire.
Exactly. Or 1,000 Needles before it flooded.
Yeah. Like I remember walking around on the bottom of 1,000 Needles, and it's so weird to me that it's covered in water.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing too. On my side of it, I have had the same account since it was like 2004. I bought it like right when it launched, and I have technically, if I want to say it that way, played since vanilla. However, I was that person that I didn't like other people very much because I didn't get along with most people. I
feel that.
It was very difficult for me to play WoW. I was very used to JRPGs, RTSs, single solo stuff. Like I played like Final Fantasy 12 and Pokemon and and Elder Scrolls Oblivion and Skyrim and stuff like that. Well, Skyrim wasn't out yet, but you get my point.
Yeah.
That was the type of stuff I was used to. So then I had never played an MMO before. So it was something completely new to me. And not only was I playing an MMO, I was also playing it at a friend's house. It was my account. They let me make one. But I was playing it at a friend's house on their computer because at home I only had dial-up connection.
Yep.
I had dial-up until 2008. So I couldn't, there was no way I could play WoW on frickin' dial-up. Could you imagine?
Yes, don't do it.
Yeah, oh no, I know. Don't do it. I have tried. Don't do it.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. That's why I took the game back.
Yep. So I didn't play much because I would play like the first couple of weeks of an expansion and then quit. Because I know A, no longer had that friend, or B, I just, I wasn't into the game.
Couldn't play very often.
Yep. Exactly. So there was many reasons I didn't stick around.
It feels punishing, and I hate that about it.
It's something I just don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Which I know was not their intention at all. I mean, I am ecstatic that we have Classic and Classic Burning Crusade, and I absolutely want them to continue that. I want to play Classic Wrath, even if it kills my soul. I want to do...
God, I will totally play Classic Wrath.
Right? I want to do Classic Cataclysm? Cataclysm. Classic Cataclysm. Wow, that's a mouthful. You know? Classic
Seeing
Cataclysm.
Deathwing flying around again. I was really hoping that when they did the Chromie time, and maybe this is a different subject entirely, but that's what I wanted. I wanted Deathwing flying around again.
Yes.
That would have been legit.
That would be awesome. I would absolutely love that. So, in a way, I feel like if they went this route, it would expand, in my eyes, the entire World of Warcraft world. Because it would make everyone feel connected to those who want to feel connected, if that makes sense. Because I'm playing retail, and I could be like, you know what? I want to go experience Darkshore as it was before the Cataclysm. And you can't do that in retail. Fine. Nope. So let's hop over to Classic and go play. But right now, if I go do that, I have nothing. I have to start over. I have to level to get there. And it's like, oh, that's such a... I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean?
But, if it's starting a new character, but I still have all this progress,
yes.
Anything that I do on this new character counts towards that continued progress. So any transmog that I get, any, pets that I find, well, obviously pets weren't a thing, but, any of that.
I know when transmog wasn't either.
Well, I know, but, if I get gear, then it should count.
Yes, I agree.
It should acknowledge that I got the gear.
Yep, exactly. And that's what would ease that for me, because yes, I'd be starting over in Classic, but it would not make me feel like my time in retail was wasted. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and it absolutely feels like I am wasting my time that I could be spending leveling a character in retail and earning things that count towards my collection.
Exactly.
And it is a collector's mindset, and we totally get that.
Yep.
If I'm going to be playing World of Warcraft, I want all of the effort I put into World of Warcraft to count towards my collected effort.
Yes, towards World of Warcraft.
Yes.
You want WoW to count to WoW. And the retail line is the one that holds everything that you do, in a way. And so you could treat it that way. You could go play Classic BC, Classic Burning Crusade, and go, I don't know, get AOTC Illidan, which would be pretty rad. And you could then have that achievement that shows you got Classic AOTC Illidan in your retail account. Be like, look what I did it, guys. And all your retail friends are like, yay! Yeah,
because, again, it is not fair to the people who, for circumstances not of their own doing, could not play.
Exactly. This gives people the chance to go do what they missed. And they get benefits from it, Yeah. So, and to step it kind of further on the character portion, what if they have an option currently to transfer from Classic to Classic BC. What if you decide to go whole hog, make a new, I don't know, human hunter or whatever they had in... They had human hunters, right, in vanilla?
Yes, human hunters.
Just checking. A human hunter, you get them all the way to 60.
No, they did not have human hunters in vanilla. My apologies, people who are about to yell and scream. No, they did not have human hunters. No, they had warrior, they had paladin, rogue, warlock, mage, and priest.
I was like, leave it to me to pick the one off the top of my head that was not there.
All right, human warrior. Everyone can be a warrior.
Yes. So, everyone but Blood Elves weren't till BC. But anyways.
But they're in here now.
They are. Anyway, so say you want to go whole hog, you pick human warrior or something, or orc warrior or whatever, and you go all the way to 60, but you don't want to leave that character because it's done now. Once you do everything in Classic, that's the thing about Classic, it's not going to progress. It's done. So, what if you had the option, like they already have from Classic to Classic BC, what if you had the option to transfer that character from Classic to Retail?
That would be awesome.
So you then could continue your journey in the new stuff. You could go straight from classic version leveling to Shadowlands.
I would love that so much.
Oh, so would
again,
I.
They can't give us anything before Kata. They can't.
Exactly. Yep, from what we've been told, they can't.
This would do that.
Yep. I'm totally fine if they're separate, if they would just bridge a little bit of a gap somehow.
Yeah, bridge the gap. That's all we're asking. Bridge the gap. Or, well, I guess not asking, but say it would be cool.
It would be really cool. I'm definitely asking. Please, Blizzard.
Please.
And of course, there's no take-backsies. Once you transfer that character, there's no transferring that character back.
Yeah,
because they've been
character's
tainted.
Not on Classic anymore. It's gone.
It's permanent. It is one way, one time. You cannot transfer back. And I would at least like to have that option. I would love to go level through Classic Another Storm and pull my eyes out doing so.
That would be so great. I would love to go do that with you.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
It would.
And so much changed from Classic to Cataclysm.
Yep.
Like, it's insane.
Yep.
And I hate, again, that FOMO, I hate that they take away content.
Yep.
It should not be taken away. It should only be added to.
Exactly. And, like, on one hand, I do not want this to discourage Blizzard from doing world-changing stuff like they did with Cataclysm. I think that was really cool. However, the problem was it took away the old stuff that new players now can't see. And I like the new solution that they have for that, which is the time walking with Zadormi, who, I'm sure you've seen her. You see her like in the Vale now, or over in Tirisfal Glades, or Silithus. She'll port you between current time, whatever it is now, and old time, whatever it was before. At least the Kata time, technically. And while I would love them to add a classic version on top of that, so like you could go from classic Silithus back to retail Silithus in the same game, I'm totally fine if it's not possible if they could bridge that gap from classic to retail. Because they do already have classic all there, all spiffy pretty and running and,
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we have the ability to save changes like that. So we don't have to fear about stuff being lost anymore. But what was lost, I want a bridge between it, at least a one-way bridge,
Yeah, that would be nice.
so that we can go experience that.
Just give us that. I want the ability to experience everything that I could possibly experience.
Exactly. I want everything World of Craft. Wow, that's slurred. World of Warcraft has to offer. I want everything,
Yeah. Yeah, I want all the things. I want everything that I could experience available to me at all times. And am I being greedy? Maybe. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see it as greedy personally. I just want to see everything that they've worked hard to show me.
Yeah, the developers and the artists and, the story writers, they work so hard on all this content that we just can't see anymore.
Yep. Exactly. And it's not just, like I said, Classic and Classic BC. It's anything that gets removed. Like, let's see, what was something that Solarfire T had mentioned to me ages ago? Oh, I think it was the pre-patch event for Wrath with Nexramus and such. There was a Paladin set that's kind of a deathy teal color that she really wanted. Couldn't get, I don't remember the reasoning. It's been a while since I talked to her about it. But you can't get it anymore. It's removed. It's gone. Well, it's not removed. Those that have it in the game still have it, but no one else can get it. It's absolutely unobtainable. And that would be one of, right? And it's a really cool looking set. It's the Judgment set. The purple Paladin old school Judgment set? But it's like black and teal, and it's really cool looking. So definitely look it up if you haven't seen it. That's a good example of something. Oh, here's another one. Getting the original Ashbringer. Not the Legion one. Or Atiesh, Khadgar's staff. Another legendary that you can no longer get. You cannot get that anymore. So I would love to go do those quest chains for those legendaries. That would be so cool to me.
That would be legit.
But I don't want to just do it on Classic and then not have, like, the ability to use it. I want to go use it on my new characters.
Yeah.
It would feel weird for me to be like, yeah, I did all this stuff. Okay, done with that. Never touching it again now. Bye. Sad.
Yeah, never using it. Like, I don't get that. But then again, I play a game that has gone on forever that lets me collect things. I want to keep doing that. So why would I play, just another version of game just to, I guess a lot of people play just to experience the old stuff, and it doesn't matter, but it matters to some.
Yeah, you can only experience it for so long. If there's no other point to play it other than nostalgia and experience, that's going to run out at some point.
The game's going to die. Yeah.
So what better reason than to give newer players a chance to go get that stuff they missed and to experience it on top of it.
It would keep the game alive.
It would. Because it's constant content that newer players or people that took a long break or whatever missed out on. It's still there. They can go get it. They can go do it, and they can do it the old school way. That, to me, is an awesome experience that I would absolutely do an entire leveling series on if I could.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yep. So, and you get, like, there's no transmog in Classic. Like, that didn't come till, what, Kata? Wrath? Something like that. The
Kata.
ability.
It wasn't a Wrath thing.
Yeah, the ability to transmog. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. We didn't get the appearance tab until WoD. That's when the appearance tab came.
Yeah.
But if I get, some epic mog in a Classic, obviously I can't transmog it in Classic, but I would absolutely love to be able to use that appearance I just got in retail and be like, look what I just got, guys, in Classic! Woo! And everyone's like, woo, Classic! Let's go do Classic!
Yeah, to have a nice, seamless balance to have people going from one to the other, I think the longevity of the game would be greatly enhanced that way.
I completely agree. Completely agree. So,
personal opinion, I know our opinions are not popular opinions, but you know what? There are opinions and we like them.
Well, that's what this podcast series is about, our opinions. People have been hounding me for my opinions on various things for, years now. I'm like,
there you go.
I like to keep my opinions out of my guides because I like my guides to appeal to the general public for the most part.
Right, and they should be there. This is
guides.
A tutorial, not an opinion piece.
Exactly. But this, hats off here. This is where we discuss opinions completely. So, I'd really like to say that. I guess I don't have much more to say about it, but that's definitely a topic I'm really passionate about because I get asked quite often, why don't you do guides on Classic? This is why. I don't want to spend... To me, in my eyes, there's no point. Because at the core of my gameplay, I am a collector. I am not a competitive person. I don't play things just for the experience. I play for the experience and also the mementos, if you will.
And you know what? On top of it, we're not the kind of people that play multiple games all the time.
No, I really don't.
We devote our time to our favorite game.
Yep.
We may do like a couple hours here and there of other games, but this is our world.
Yep. This is our World of Warcraft. We're Azerothians, really.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of that. I love the World of Warcraft universe, and I want to experience all of it and be able to walk away with stuff that shows I experienced all of it, while still letting others who are newer also go get it. Because I have walked through Stormwind or Orgrimmar or wherever many times and go, what shield is that? I'm like... Mage Tower, sorry. And they're like, oh. I'm like, I would totally give you pointers how to get it too if I could, but you can't get it. I'm sorry. I feel bad. And then I go mog my shield because I feel terrible. So,
yeah, it's I mean, maybe it's just, people like us who have, a really big hearts and we feel bad for other people.
Yeah, bleeding hearts.
And then you have other people who are like, ha ha.
Yeah, but that's selfish to me.
I agree. I hate that. I think that if you have something in the game, let it be in the game.
Yep, I agree.
Just let it be in the game.
Let it be in.
That's it.
And,
That's my stance.
Your bragging rights are the dates. Your bragging rights are when you got it. You want to brag that you got it when it was current. Then the achievement will say that. That's why, I point out that if you get stuff like, that white horse or that judgment pre-patch set for paladins or whatever, then it says when you got it. You get an achievement that comes with it that says you got this in the classic Wrath pre-patch. Not, you got in classic, not in the original retail.
Yeah, it'll be the exact same achievement, except in parentheses at the end of the achievement title, it says classic.
Yep, classic. So you know when you got it. If it doesn't say that, it's original. So,
yeah.
Because I don't care when I get something personally, just as long as I get it.
No, as long as I get it, I am happy.
Yep, I am happy to do the grind. I am happy to do the work. I don't care if it takes me months to do it. I enjoy it. I don't like when you can't do that anymore. Or feeling pressured, like another good example would be feeling pressured to do it because it's going to be taken away in 2 months and you have only 2 months to get it. And you're like, holy shit, I'm panicking.
Granted, I get that it encourages people to get back into the game, but maybe if there was, more to keep them enthralled, that wouldn't be an issue. Or maybe if they did more than, just raiding, they'd be more enthralled.
Yeah, I don't care that people only play for raiding. Like, they do what they want. That's another topic entirely that I also want to talk about. Player power progression versus story and collecting. That's an entirely different topic that I'm going to talk about in a different podcast.
We'll get there eventually. Don't worry.
Yep, don't worry. We will talk about that. That's another hot button topic. But in this case, to me, if, it's just bragging rights. Bragging rights and FOMO. And that's wanting to keep people in the game for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Personally. That's how I feel about that. Because there is plenty of amazing content in WoW, but that stuff isn't what's promoted. It's this is going away, better get it now. Act fast. If you work hard, it's 2 for only $19.99. That sounds familiar. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, we're not playing an infomercial.
Sometimes it feels like it, though.
Sometimes, man. So, anyway, you have anything else to add? I think we're beating a dead horse at this point.
No, it has been thoroughly flogged.
I think so, too. So I know this one was a little shorter, but I wanted to get this topic out there because I feel like it's something that I think could really benefit both classic and retail, both communities. It can unify us a little bit. It can stop the hate between the two that's for some reason there. I still don't understand that. And, I mean, it won't stop it, but, it'll ease it at least. And, it brings more experiences because someone who loves classic more than retail, I'm sure, could happily play with someone from retail and be like, show me the ropes, dog. I want to see what classic's all about. And that retail person would have no issues because they know they could go back and everything they did in classic wasn't pointless.
Yeah, so, it would count.
Yep,
and that would be amazing.
Because longevity for an MMO is what's important, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yep. So, I think we'll leave it there. You got anything else to add before I stop us?
How much wood would woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Hey, that was pretty good. I can't do that. That's perfect. Yeah. So, for all you listening, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Don't take any of this as negative. This is positive stuff we want to see. This is good things. We may say we hate it or something, but we're not haters, I promise you. This is just something we wish could be improved for the better of everyone. So, anyway.
Agreed.
Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember, it's never too latte. This is the part where I ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Doing at least one of those gets my videos recommended more. The higher these numbers are, the more YouTube likes me, and that helps me bring you more coffee-fueled content. I thank you so much for any support you choose to give.